This is Shevii, the seventh reading of our weekly Torah portion, which is Lech Lecha, and the Maftir, the final reading. It's part of the same content. Maftir, the final reading, is always the last few verses that's within Shevii, so it will be read together, and God willing, and Shevii 17, Genesis 17, 7 through 27. The Maftir will be 17, 24 through 27. Okay. והקימותי את בריתי ביני וביניך ובזרעך אחריך לדורותם לברית עולם להיות לך לאלוהים ולזרעך אחריך. And I will establish my covenant between me and between you and between your seed after you throughout their generations as an everlasting covenant to be to you for a God and to your seed after you. ונתתי לך ולזרעך אחריך את ארץ מגוריך את כל ארץ כנען לאחוזת עולם והייתי להם לאלוהים. And I will give you and your seed after you the land of your sojournings, the entire land of Canaan, for an everlasting possession, and I will be to them for a God. Vayomer Elohim el Avraham, ve'ata et briti tishmor ata v'zaracha acharecha ledorotam. And God said to Abraham, you shall keep my covenant, you and your seed after you throughout their generations. Zot briti asher tishmeru beini uvenechem uven zaracha acharecha himo lechem kol zachar. This is my covenant, which you shall observe between me and between you, and between your seed after you, that every male among you be circumcised. Unimaltem et besar orlatchem, v'haya leot brit beni ubenechem. And you shall circumcise the flesh of your foreskin, and it shall be as the sign of a covenant between me and between you. ובין שמונת ימים ימול לכם כל זכר לדורותיכם יליד בית ומקנת כסף מכל בן נכר אשר לא מזרעך הוא. And at the age of 8 days, every male shall be circumcised to you throughout your generations, one that is born in the house, or one that is purchased with money, from any foreigner who is not of your seed. Himol yimol yulid betcha umiktat kaspecha, v'haita briti v'sarchem lebrit olam. Those born in the house and those purchased for money shall be circumcised, and my covenant shall be in your flesh as an everlasting covenant. והערל זכר אשר לא ימול את בשר עורלתו, ונכרתה הנפש ההיא מעמיה, את בריתי הפר. And an uncircumcised male who will not circumcise the flesh of his foreskin, that soul will be cut off from its people. He has broken my covenant. Vayomer Elohim el Avraham, Sarai ishtecha, Lo tikra et shema Sarai, ki Sarah shema. And God said to Abraham, your wife, Sarai, you shall not call her name Sarai, for Sarah is her name. Uverachti ota v'gam netati mimena lecha ben, uverachtiha v'haita legoyim alchei amim mimena yihiu. And I will bless her, and I will give you a son from her, and I will bless her, and she will become a mother of nations. Kings of nations will be from her. Vayipol Avraham al panav vayitzchak, vayomer belibo halven me'ah shana yivaled, ve'im Sarah habat tishim shana teled. And Abraham fell on his face and rejoiced, and he said to himself, will a child be born to one who is 100 years old, and will Sarah, who is 90, years old, give birth. V'yomer Avraham Elohim, Lu Yishmael Yechiyeh Lefanecha. And Abraham said to God, if only Yishmael will live before you. V'yomer Elohim El Aval Sarah Ishtecha Yiledet Lecha Ben V'karata et Shemo Yitzchak. V'hakimoti et briti ito Brit Olam V'zaro Acharav. And God said, indeed, your wife Sarah will bear you a son, and you shall name him Isaac. And I will establish my covenant with him as an everlasting covenant for his seed after him. Uli Yishmael shematicha hine berachti oto hifreti oto hirbeti oto meod shnei masar nesiim yolid unitativ v'goy gadol. And regarding Yishmael, I have heard you. Behold, I have blessed him, and I will make him fruitful, and I will multiply him exceedingly, and he will beget 12 princes, and I will make him into a great nation. Ve'et briti akim et Yitzchak asher teled lecha Sarah lamoed hazeh b'shana acheret. But my covenant I will establish with Isaac, whom Sarah will bear to you at this time next year. Vayichal ledaber ito vaya'al Elohim me'al Avraham. And he finished speaking with him, and God went up from Abraham. Vayikach Avraham et Yishmael beno, v'et kol yelidei beto, v'et kol miknat kaspo, kol zachar v'anshe bet Avraham, vayamal et besar olatchem be'etzem hayom hazeh, kasher diber ito Elohim. And Avraham took Yishmael, his son, and all those born in his house, and all those purchased with his money, every male of the people of Abraham's household, and he circumcised the flesh of their foreskin on that very day, as God had spoken with him. Ve'Avraham ben tish'im b'teisha shana v'himolo besar orlato. And Abraham was 99 years old when he was circumcised of the flesh of his foreskin. V'Yishmael beno ben 13 shana b'himolo et besar orlato. And Ishmael his son was 13 years old when he was circumcised of the flesh of his foreskin. Be'etzem hayom hazeh nimol Avraham v'Yishmael beno. On that very day, Abraham was circumcised, and so was Ishmael his son. V'chol anshe beito yolid bet bait miknat kesef me'at ben nechar nimolu ito. And all the people of his household, those born in his house, and those bought with money from foreigners, were circumcised with him. And now, I'm glad I remembered, it's the Maftir. Probably because I said God willing. Okay, Maftir is 17:24 through 27. Here it is. Avraham ben tishim b'teisha shana v'himolo basar orlato. And Abraham was 99 years old when he was circumcised of the flesh of his foreskin. V'Yishmael beno ben 13 shana v'himolo et basar orlato. And Ishmael his son was 13 years old when he was circumcised of the flesh of his foreskin. Be'etzem hayom hazeh nimol Avraham v'Yishmael beno. On that very day, Abraham was circumcised, and so was Ishmael his son. V'chol anshe beito yolid bait miknat kesef me'at ben nechar nimolu ito. And all the people of his household, those born in his house, and those bought with money from foreigners, were circumcised with him.